Hey, happy Sunday. Okay, I've got some kind of weird glare going on over here. Casey, don't know what that is. Okay, so I will just look like I am, I don't know, engrossed in Halo or something tonight. Hey, it's another Sunday, and that is so weird. Why does it look like that? Do I look that bad over there?
You don't normally have those lights on, do you?
Yeah, I do. Okay, so hopefully we'll have comments on today because, hey, Sheila, good. Hi, Sheila. So, great. Yeah, we've got comments on tonight. I have no idea what happened last week, but no, you got to leave that on. That's always on. Okay, Casey's trying to fiddle with the lights. I'm going to get her to go fiddle with the lights over here just a little bit to see if I can get that tone down a little bit. But anyway, so hey, happy Sunday. And Casey's here again today. I've already fed her, so she should be good to go. And hey, Kim. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Tracy. Hey, other Karen. Okay, I don't know. Maybe Casey thinks that's not too bad, I don't guess. That one's not too harsh. Anyway, hey, Beth. Hey, Katie. Hey, other Karen. So today, and another Karen. Okay, hold on. So this Karen, she's down here from the land of water, which used to be Houston, Texas. And Karen, I'm so sorry, and you all be safe. Everybody wish that Karen, some good luck. Hey, Sybil. Hey, Kim. Hey, Christine. Hey, Cynthia. Hi, Lisa. I'm gonna run through you all real quick. Hey, Tedders. Oh, Tedders is saying hey to Casey. Great, everybody's saying hey to Casey. Hey to Kelly. Anyway, hey, Dorothy. But that Karen, and I know some of y'all are waterlogged, and I'm so sorry. And we're sending, still sending prayers to Texas. Hey, Shirley. Gonna do this real quick and tell you, we got in 15,000 steps today. Casey gave me my walking here today, so I think she did a pretty good job. I am gonna make one different comment. It's different than what I usually make. Hey, Teresa. It's a different comment than I usually make. This time I'm going to call this what I say at the beginning of these, a disclaimer. And hey, Robin, Betty, and Kim, and Jackie. The only reason I'm going to start calling it a disclaimer, hey, Paula, is because I actually had two people this week complain because they were watching the chat afterwards, and they were complaining about that I was distracted and that I didn't get right to the point. So instead of saying housekeeping, so that people don't have to get too far into this and, without realizing what we're doing. Hey, Wendy. So now I'm going to start calling it a disclaimer. So my disclaimer is that this is Sunday, and this is a live chat. And yes, I am going to talk to people. And yes, I am going to get distracted. And yes, we are going to have a good time. And there will be shenanigans and tomfoolery, most likely. So if you are here with us today on Sunday, hopefully you're one of the fun people who wants to have a good time. If you are not here with us on Sunday, this was recorded as a live chat. I am talking to people. They are going to be talking to me in writing, and I know you can't see that, but if you are someone who can't, handle watching me talking to other people, then you need to probably go watch something else. And I'm not trying to be hateful, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I have too much fun with my ladies that are here, and Guy, if Alan's here somewhere. But anyway, I have too much fun with you guys to start being stiff, because nobody wants to watch me just do this. Right? Okay, so that's going to be my disclaimer. I guess I'll start calling that a disclaimer. Anyway, so if you're watching this later, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this later on Facebook, so if you're just watching this at some point down the line, this was right now it is, but this was a live chat, and so yeah, it's just gonna happen, and it was live. We did this live, so things are gonna happen. Anyway, okay. So the other little bit of housekeeping, as always, is yeah, I know everybody's going, yeah, let's keep having fun. So yeah. So maybe we should call this, if you have shenanigans and tomfoolery, you have hope. Maybe we should start calling it that. But anyway, yeah, all those other, I know, thank you all for your support. Those other sticks in the muds can just, I don't know, they can go watch some boring lecture type format. So we're going to keep doing it this way. Okay, so already talked about 15,000 steps, I think. Yeah, so Karen and I got in 15,000 today, and that was great because it just all of a sudden is raining. So I'm glad we got it in when we did. And Casey's fiddling with the computer. Leave it alone. Does it look
trying
too
to
bad
turn
on
the
there?
brightness down.
Okay.
Trying to help you.
Okay, she's trying to help me, but I'm scared she's going to, if you lose my notes, I'm going to kill you because I didn't save them. So just stop. Okay. She's actually kind of freaking me out. Okay, so hopefully the lighting's not too harsh. It looks really harsh on my end, but anyway. Okay, so if you want to watch this later, the transcripts will be up. Okay, now Karen said much better. Sorry, I just turned it back up because I need to be able to see this. So the transcripts will be up better. Somebody said better. The transcripts will be up later on. What? What are y'all talking about? Go back to what?
You're too bright even on here.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm so bright. Okay, save that first. I'm gonna have Casey save this first because she's actually kind of freaking me out that we're gonna lose my notes because I had not saved them. I typed them, but I didn't save them. But anyway, so if you're gonna watch this later, the transcripts will be on. I know she's working on the brightness, but the transcripts will be on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. That's www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. And they will be on YouTube, so you can always watch this later on YouTube. If you just go to YouTube and search If You Have an Egg. I know it's too bright. She's working on it. Casey's working on it. I've got my techie people here in the background working on this. Or if you just want to copy that and then paste it over on Facebook. Okay. Okay. So anyway, so she's working on the not too bright. Which sounds funny. It makes it sound like she's not too bright. But anyway, so you can always watch this later on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Did you just give up? Or are you changing hands?
I'm changing hands.
Okay. YouTube on YouTube.com / IfYouHaveAnEgg and always on Facebook. So we're going to get right into this. Tonight is about NSVs and I'm sorry, Casey's really distracting me. So NSVs and NFRs. Who knows what an NSV is? Is that better? Oh no. Hey, what are you doing? Okay, she's fiddling with it. So who knows what an NSV is? Who already knows what that is? Are y'all typing? I see thumbs ups. Thumbs ups means you know what they are. Okay, so I know a lot of people know what NSVs are. Yes, you're exactly right, Robin. NSVs are, and Margaret, NSVs are non-scale victories. So once we started using beyond the scale, then really what the focus for Weight Watchers was to get away from the scale. So the reason that they don't want to have us focus so much on the scale anymore is because that's not always a true measure of how we're doing. So I know I said it last week, and I'm sorry, I'm going to say a bad word again. The scale is stupid, and it doesn't know what kind of a week that you had. It doesn't know. When Casey was little, I'm going to sidetrack again real quick. When Casey was little, one of the girls that I worked with was really, really sweet, and she never said anything, ill about anybody. And Casey came in my office one day and she said, Mommy, Lindsay said a bad word. And I said, what do you mean Lindsay said a bad word? Lindsay never says, bad words. And she goes, well, she did. She said a bad word. And I said, well, what was it? No, I can't tell you. And I said, what is it? And finally she said, it's the S word. And I said, Lindsay said the S word? And she said, yeah. And I said, well, what was it? And she wouldn't tell me. Anyway, she finally said, Lindsay said stupid. Anyway, so stupid. Oh, and Jackie says it's like a bad boyfriend that lies. And it does lie sometimes. I don't know, has anybody ever weighed yourself in the morning and then weighed yourself again at night? The scale for me, it can go, even just in a day, the scale can go up and down a couple of pounds. So if I'm not weighing at the same time every day in the same clothes, in the same, the exact same situation, the same earrings, the same, hair stuff up or down, or whatever, or if I'm retaining any water, on and on and on and on. There's lots of reasons why the scale may not be a true, it may not be a true measure. So that is one of the things that, hey, look, Daddy's here.
Oh.
John's here. Hey. So my husband is in, okay, so we're getting distracted again. Yay. It's like, yeah, Casey's saying hi to Daddy. Everybody say hi to John. Hey, John. So he is in Portland, Oregon. I think that's right. Oh, okay. And
Dusty came to
we
say
said
hi,
hi, Daddy, and now Dusty's down here going, I want up. You can get up later, buddy. But you can go sit in Casey's lap. But anyway, so John's in Portland, Oregon, and guess what he's been in like 3 times today. Guess where they're working this weekend? Oh wait, is this the weekend? This week. Guess where they're working? Trader Joe's. So if you are in Portland, Oregon, and you shop at the Trader Joe's that is, I don't even know what the address is, but anyway, it's a Trader Joe's that's near, I don't know, there's some weird pizza place in the parking lot, or it's not weird, it's weird to me, I don't know the name of it, but anyway, so, yeah, so John's there working the next few days. So if you go in and Trader Joe's has, if you go in Portland, and you go in one day and their floor is all vinyl tile, and you go in a couple of days later and it's polished concrete, yeah, then that's it. Oh wait, I'm sorry, he's in Vancouver, Washington. What? I thought you were in Portland, Oregon. Sorry, if you're in Vancouver, Washington. I don't even know where he is. Anyway, Vancouver, Washington. So, all you Portland people, sorry if you're in Vancouver, Washington. Okay. So anyway, no, he's not in Annapolis anymore. They're done. Sybil, they are done in Annapolis. They were doing Joanne Fabrics, I think, in Annapolis. Anyway, whatever. Okay, so let's get back to this. So Weight Watchers. Beyond the scale. So they want us to look beyond the scale. And one of the ways that we can look beyond the scale, okay, John says Portland is 5 miles away. Okay, John, stop talking. I love you, but stop talking. I'm kidding. You can talk. Anyway, so non-scale victories. That's one of the ways that we can measure our success. And so I know y'all have heard me talk about this, but I really, really think that we need to set up some ways to measure our success in other ways besides just our weight. And you all hear me talking about my Fitbit. So my Fitbit, this is how I know that I'm doing okay, because I do weigh every week. I do attend a Weight Watchers meeting every week, and and I do weigh in. And my weight, even though I'm lifetime and I'm at goal, and I've been lifetime for, it'll be 3 years in December, my weight still does this. Make that line bigger. Anyway, my weight still does that. So seriously, from from day to day, I mean, I can go up or down 2 pounds in a day, 3 pounds in a day. Okay, Margaret says I'm cutting in and out. Looking good on Casey's, looking fine on Casey's phone. So Margaret, I don't know, maybe your connection might be your Wi-Fi, but anyway, I mean, I can go up 2 or 3 pounds in a day. It might be clothes, it might be water, it might really be what I ate, but do I really think I gained or lost 2 to 3 pounds in one day? That's not, that's not really a true measure of your weight. So how I know from day to day, and even from week to week, how I know that I'm doing okay is I have my Fitbit is on there. I've only got 3 holes showing. And, and Betty said this is her Weight Watchers meeting. That's so sweet, Betty. Thank you. But that's how I know I'm doing okay. Even though the scale, will do this, and even though I'm not going to lie, when I get on the scale in the morning, if I'm up a little bit, I get mad at it, because I don't want it to say that I'm up any at all, especially when I know that I've done well. And, oh, yay, and Sybil says it's hers too. But this is how I know that I'm doing okay. And Sherry, or Tedders, thank you guys. But if I've got my Fitbit down to the 3rd little hole, I've only got 3 holes showing, and as long as my Fitbit is moving pretty well, then then I know, as long as it's sliding back and forth, that's my measure. So, non-scale victories. Oh, and Karen, one of my Karens said she moved her Fitbit down another hole a couple of weeks ago. Okay, that right there is a perfect example of a non-scale victory. So, Karen, this is my WinStar Karen, so that's a non-scale victory. So a couple of weeks ago, she had to move her Fitbit down. That is a measure of your success that has nothing to do with the scale. So I know y'all hear me say this all the time, that we've got to find other ways to do this, so measuring yourself, like taking your measurements before you start, paying attention to things like this, paying attention to the way things fit, paying attention to the way things feel. Like Paula says, she's lost more inches than weight. there you go. There are how many weeks, have I had, where I either stayed the same when I didn't think I deserved it, I gained weight when I didn't think I deserved it, and got irritated with myself and made bad choices because I was mad at the scale, when really I overlooked something else that was, could have been a non-scale victory. Yeah, and Miss Karen, her underwear went down one size. Bam. Yes. Going underwear shopping, one of the best ones. That's one of the best non-scale victories that there is. When you're having to yank those puppies up and people are going, what on earth? Windstar Karen doesn't have to buy wide shoes anymore. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to go through my top 10 favorite ones. And y'all keep talking, though, because you all can see these and you can see them again, later. So one of them is, we had a lady in our group that she had not been able to wear her wedding rings in years. And it's something you don't even think about. My wedding rings are loose. Right now they're tight because Karen and I have been walking, but my wedding rings are pretty loose and they spin around my hand, but you don't even think about, or somebody may not even think about somebody that can't wear their rings. Well, this lady had not been able to wear her wedding rings in years, and they fit now. So that's a definite non-scale victory. She was very excited, just exciting she could wear her wedding band again. Had another lady and a guy moved over a belt loop. That's always exciting, when John's losing weight, when you go over a belt loop. Okay, one just popped up. Margaret doesn't have to use the handicap bathroom anymore. Margaret, that's like, whoa, like I wish I'd had that for my, for the list that I'm making. That's absolutely amazing. Sybil's fitting into clothes that she hasn't been able to fit into for 10 years. And Donna can't wear her ring because it's too big. Donna, that actually happened to John one time. He had lost so much weight, he lost his wedding ring in a bag of dog biscuits when he worked at FedEx. So luckily we found him. We thought he had just lost it. But and Jackie says her goal is to wear one size fits all because she wants to be one of the alls. Jackie, you're already one of all of us. Okay, another one, huge thing. One of the girls in our group, and she's in our Facebook group, so if you, and I'll tell you later how to join that, and the link to join the Facebook group will be in the transcript. So, and remember, it's a closed group, so we can talk about things that, we don't want other people to see. But she didn't have to ask for the little extender belt on her airplane flight. So how exciting is that? So here are all these other times that she'd flown. She had to flag down a flight attendant, and even though you're trying to be discreet, they come, what can we help you with? And she was having to get an extender for her seatbelt on the flight. She didn't have to get one anymore. So I thought that was pretty fun. And I've seen a couple of people posting pictures, and so I posted one too of actually clicking your seatbelt and then having some seatbelt left over. And how fun is it when you, what are y'all talking about? Oh, the dog biscuits. And
Margaret
how
asked
fun
if he
is
was on
it?
a dog biscuit diet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and how fun is it when you get on a plane and click that belt and realize that, oh, the person in front of me, had to use a little bit more of the belt, and you get to cinch that puppy up. That's pretty exciting too. Tracy said she can fit comfortably in a booth at a restaurant. You're not kidding. You are not kidding. Then we had several people. This is a non-scale victory that's not measurable. Like you're not, it's not the loose rings, it's not the seatbelt extender, it's not something like that. But this one is also a non-scale victory. I've had several people this last couple of weeks that they've had like co-workers bringing in donuts, or they've had family get-togethers, or just events where they have been faced with food that they didn't want to be faced with, and rather than going ahead and eating the donuts, or rather than eating the ice cream or pizza or whatever it was that a vendor brought, then they have been eating what they brought. And here's the kicker: being happy about it. So they haven't been sitting in the lunchroom at work going, everybody else is having Eclipse donuts and I'm having, a fiber bar, or, whatever. So they're not sitting in there pouting. They're not sitting. Oh, and Debbie just caught my attention. She said the rides at Disney are comfortable. And we leave for Disney in
35
how many days?
or 40
Wait,
days.
John, how many days is it until Disney? Y'all give him just a second. If he's still there, he'll say in just a second. But anyway, but you can't be sitting in the lunchroom going, I never get to eat anything. Everybody else gets to have the cool stuff and, all the good stuff. And, I have to pass on everything. What I'm saying, this is a non-scale victory when you can go ahead and choose to, and Karen says people drool over her Nugo bars. You're not kidding, honey. Those things are candy. And yep, there's John, 34 days. Okay. So we leave for Disney in 34 days. Yeah. And John, how much, I know you've been out of my control now for about 20 days, but how much have you lost? Because I know that you were trying to get, I know you were trying to lose some weight before we go on our trip. And Paula, we are going to Florida Disney World. So Florida Disney. And, wow, y'all are doing great. Popping around. Oh yeah, and Debbie, that's right, Debbie, because we were going to try and hook up while we were down there. But anyway, so passing on donuts that were brought in, got a lot of people working in the medical field. And I know y'all have got sales reps bringing stuff in. But seriously, passing on that, and that's a non-scale victory. Windstar Karen's saying, she unpacks her lunch and people can't believe how much food she's got. It's true. And oh my gosh, so let's see, there's got a couple of Disney things going on. Let's see, Nancy says she's going to Disney in December and she can't wait to see how much better her booty fits in the seats. That's awesome, Nancy. Oh, and Nancy, we're going back again in December, so maybe we'll see you then. We're going in October because of Prager's over here, so we normally just go in, normally just go in December, but yeah, we have to take her for her last pre-baby trip. Oh, and look at her hair.
Oh.
So yeah, so a little side note, Casey got all of her hair chopped off. So she's got a little cute, I'm gonna be a mom, I don't have time to fix my hair dude going on. And her hair's so thick, it takes forever for it to dry. But anyway, okay.
And Daddy said he lost 16 pounds.
Oh, and yes, and John said, I almost said Daddy because Casey said Daddy. And John said John has lost 16 pounds in preparation for Disney. And Alan, we haven't weighed Alan in a little while, but he's doing pretty good. I don't know if y'all saw the salad that Casey made for her, the Big Mac salads that she made for them. Was that last night?
Yes.
Yeah, but they looked
lost
delicious.
4 or 5 pounds.
Yeah. So he's doing pretty good. So we're getting John and Alan, fit and ready in time to go to Disney. Yeah. So, and they're making up for Casey's baby gaining weight. But anyway, okay. So, yeah. So passing on the donuts. That is a non-scale victory. Here's one of the best ones. If you haven't seen somebody in a while, like if you haven't seen a family member or a friend, maybe a business, person, business partner person, but you just haven't seen them in a while, they, having them come up and go, oh my gosh, and compliment you, oh my gosh, look how much weight you've lost, or look how thin your face is getting, or, any kind of a compliment like that. So that is a huge non-scale victory. You can't see it. Oh wow, and Sybil's husband's lost 37 pounds since May. Way to go, Sybil's husband. Way to go. You'll have to tell him we said congratulations. So girls, ladies, and John, when you see somebody that you haven't seen in a while and they say, oh my gosh, you're looking great. How much weight have you lost? Look how thin your face is. Wow, look how tiny your booty is in those jeans. Who was it that said booty a minute ago? Look how tiny your booty is in those jeans, whatever. What do you say? Do you say, I still have 20 pounds to go, or I've only lost 15 pounds, or I've only, blah, blah, blah. You say, thank you. You say thank you. So it's okay to say thank you. These people don't see you. Okay, yeah, so Nancy just saw her aunt yesterday after a year. She said she almost did not recognize her because her 60-pound weight loss was showing. 60 pounds. Let's see, 60 pounds. You've lost, what, a second grader? So you used to carry around a second grader think about it, on your body, yes. And Teresa says she hugs them. But think about it. You've lost a small human, from your body. That's a huge accomplishment. So yes, that is a great NSV. They can see it. You can't. You can't always see, how much thinner you're getting. Just on my own body, I know this is weird, but like I watch right here, you find somewhere on you that you can tell, as you're losing weight. Because to me, from here down, always looks the same. But it can't look the same because it's like 4 jean sizes smaller, and everything's smaller. But in my head, it still looks the same. And I'm sure there's some kind of a phenomenon for that where you think that you look the same, but you really don't, whatever. So, but anyway, when somebody says that, the answer is thank you. So I'm going to hear you girls saying thank you when somebody compliments you. That's a great NSV. Just keep that in mind. And you don't need to tell them how much you have left to go and how slow it's been and that it's taken forever, and whatever. Thank you. That's the only answer you need to give them. Okay, another big one. I've seen so many people saying this lately. They can walk farther. They can walk faster. They didn't die when they walked. Oh, body dysmorphia. Thank you, Katie. Yes, body dysmorphia. We all suffer from it sometimes. All of us. And I'm not saying that that we have any major, mental issues going on. It's just you can't see what your body looks like. I truly do believe that because even though I consciously understand what size the clothes are in my closet, my rear end looks to me the same size. To me, it looks like it's the same size that it was, almost 50 pounds ago. So, yeah, you can't, and Paula says you can't trust your eyes some days, and that's exactly right. And Vicky's in the Turtle Club, and guess what, Vicky? The Turtle Club, slow and steady wins the race. It definitely does. So this walking farther, faster, not dying. You can walk up some stairs without passing out. You can go to your mailbox and back without passing out. We've got some people that are able to exercise a little bit. I'm not talking we've got some that can run marathons. There's a girl in our Weight Watchers group right now that her and her daughter ran a half marathon. Okay, I got tired and I got, kind of just thinking about it, but they ran a half marathon. They wouldn't have been able to do that before they started this, this journey. So that's another great, NSV. Sheila ran a 5K. Wow. She ran a 5K and she didn't die. If that's not a non-scale victory, I don't know what is. So those are all awesome. Okay, going down a clothing size or 2 or several. So did you know, I think it's 12 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. It's like every 12 pounds, and I may be wrong on that exact number, but it's around 12 to 15 pounds. For every 12 pounds, you'll go down approximately a clothing size. So I'm 4 clothing sizes smaller than I was when I started. I know my WinStar Karen that's on here, if you don't mind, Karen, I know I'm putting you on the spot, but if you don't mind, do you mind telling people how many sizes you've gone down? She's just done, oh my gosh, just phenomenal. I'm so proud of her. But yeah, going down a clothing size or 2 or 3 or several, busting, into going from an extra large into a large. How exciting is that? That's a huge non-scale victory. And do me a favor, girls, don't hide in your big girl clothes. Don't hide in them. Go ahead and get some clothes that fit. So you don't want to be walking around hiding them because you need to, wear clothes that fit so that people can see, how well you're doing. And I know that's a scary thing. And I'm not going to lie. I keep one pair of jeans. Okay. Yeah. Karen's down, 3 sizes and 54 pounds as of today and almost down to the next size. Yeah. Awesome. And so Karen, when people see you and go, holy cow, how much weight have you lost? You look amazing. What do you say? You say, thank you. Okay, I'm sorry, this is sign language for thank you. Okay, so, yeah. So get some smaller clothes. But I keep 1 pair of jeans, and I've got 1 pair of shorts and 1 pair of underwear that are one size bigger, not 4 sizes bigger. They're one size bigger. I don't know why. I do that, you know, just, I don't know, just as a little thing, even though I've been Lifetime for almost 3 years. But the bigger clothes, get rid of them. We're going to stick in this together. We're staying in this together, and you're going to get rid of your bigger clothes because you're not going to need them. Okay, another one, coming off of some medicine or getting a compliment from your doctor. I promise somewhere up in here when I haven't been paying attention or haven't, you know, seen which ones are coming through, I promise somebody has said they came off of some blood pressure medicine. Somebody, who did?
Karen.
Which Karen? My Karen?
I think so.
I mean, oh, Windsor Karen? Okay. So I promise there are people that have said, that have said on here, I've come off of some blood pressure medication, or my insulin is less, or I don't have to do oxygen like I was doing it, or, you know, oh yeah, yes, so thank you. It was my Karen. It's one of my Karens. She's one of my Karens because I can physically see her when I want to. But, so yeah, come off some kind of a medicine. I have one doctor that I go to regularly, my sleep doctor, and he said he has got the worst personality of anybody on the planet. He's like, Casey's giggling because he's her sleep doctor too. Oh, yep. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Windstar Karen said no longer taking medicine for reflux. Yeah, I don't even own Rolaids, Tums. I used to eat stuff like that all the time. I don't even keep them. And Sybil says her husband has quit snoring. Awesome. Beth is off of 2 of her diabetic pills. Yeah. Oh, okay. And yeah, Casey says that doctor is duller than a piece of cardboard. She is not kidding. She is not kidding. He has the worst personality. Hey, Rose. But he has the worst personality. But he said, so this last week or week before last was my yearly appointment. And Betty says her doctor almost fainted because her blood pressure was down to 110/70. That is awesome. That's awesome, Betty. But anyway, so he said, yeah, Kim's hilarious. She said maybe he's sleepy because he's a sleep doctor. But anyway, yeah, so I've been at goal on maintenance, you know, Lifetime for almost 3 years, and for the 3rd year in a row, he goes, did you realize you've lost almost, I think it's like 17% of your body weight from when you started? And I was like, yeah, I did, you know, and I'm always like this, and he's still, did you realize that you've kept your weight off almost 3 years now? Yeah, I did. I know, right? You know, 3 years. Are you still just doing Weight Watchers? Yes, I'm just doing Weight Watchers. You know, but anyway, so yeah, he's pretty happy. He doesn't look happy when he's doing that, but yeah, he's pretty excited. Oh, and Cheryl had to come off of her blood pressure medication because it got down to 90/60. That's, yay. That's pretty good. But anyway, but having a doctor congratulate you or take you off of some medication, you know, not only is that a non-scale victory, I mean, that is a lifestyle victory. Seriously, it's a lifestyle victory. I mean, you know, you're obviously getting healthier. So remember, are we going with what? I know we've got 2 more, but the stupid scale, are we going to listen to what the stupid scale says, or are we going to relish and enjoy in the fact, in the moment, that you don't have to take blood pressure medication anymore, or, you know, something like that? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty darn exciting. Okay, so, oh, and Paula says her doctor knows nothing about Weight Watchers. Okay, mine doesn't either. The reason he goes, are you still just doing Weight Watchers, is because he does not understand it. He's never been overweight in his life. He's what my leader Gwen calls a civilian. He has no idea why it would be hard to lose weight. He doesn't understand why this is an issue. Why he can't just say, like 20 years ago, you know, when he said, you need to lose about 45 or 50 pounds. Why I didn't just go, okay. Yeah, anyway. Okay, the next one, because I got 2 more of the non-scale victories. Being able to touch your toes. Yeah, hadn't thought about that, had you? Lose some weight. Non-scale victory. Scale didn't know how you did this week, but you can actually bend over and touch your toes. That one was pretty exciting. Or another lady, wasn't touching her toes. She could actually bend over and tie her shoes. So, that's kind of a big deal. That's a really big deal. You know, not having to ask for help for that, not having to wear, you know, slip-on shoes. She can actually wear tie-up shoes now. Oh, and Teresa says, I cannot wait to not be described as the fat lady with the long hair. Teresa, you need to hang out with some different people, honey. Oh yeah, another Karen, cutting your toenails, seeing your toes. True. And, you know, the more pregnant Casey gets, she's going to understand what we're talking about, because that day will come. The day will come soon where she won't even be able to shave her own legs. So, you know, anyway. But we want her to get, you know, get bigger. Okay, and then the last one, and I actually think somebody up here farther said it, and I'm sorry I didn't say it out loud when you said it, but this one was so funny to me. I wanted to save it for the last one. Yeah, Casey says she's taking one for the team. This one was so funny. We were talking to a lady one night, and she was saying, gosh, I just really didn't think I'd lost that much weight, you know, but, you know, and I knew my underwear was getting really loose, you know, and I knew that I was kind of having to, you know, cinch my, pull my pants up or whatever. And she said that she was walking across she was refusing to buy any new clothes because she didn't think she was losing weight. The scale, remember the scale? It said she wasn't losing that much weight. The scale said she had, you know, she'd only lost like 15 or 16 pounds. Well, guess what? Guess what her pants said? Her pants said, you've lost weight, you need some clothes. They actually like fell down, exposed her underwear at work. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know if she was horrified or excited. Thank goodness it was all just other women. But yeah, but honey, scale doesn't know what it's talking about. She had lost enough weight. Her pants came down. Pants came down. Anyway, that one is a definite non-scale victory. So I hope none of y'all expose your underwear, but that one was pretty good. Okay, so now you've had some non-scale victories. You've had, you know, came off a blood pressure medication. You can touch your toes. You can tie your shoes. You can cut your own toenails. You can walk without passing out. Your wedding rings fit again. Now what? Now what do you do? What has been your, you know, what has been your go-to reward system? Mine was always food. Had a bad day? How about some ice cream? Had a good day? How about some ice cream? You're sad? Oh, I need some ice cream. You're happy? Ice cream. It's somebody's birthday? Ice cream. Do you see a trend here? So everything that I celebrated, or and it wasn't always just ice cream, you know, oh, there's going to be a good football game on, potato chips. Oh yeah, Teresa says, or your thighs rubbing raw in the summer. That's exactly right, Teresa. So how do you reward yourself? I no longer reward myself with potato chips. I no longer reward myself with ice cream. I no longer reward myself with you know, food. I shouldn't say that. I do sometimes reward myself with food, but now it's things like tonight. So rewarding myself for getting everything that I had to get done today done. I rewarded myself by inviting Casey to come over and work on index cards. And by the way, you can't see it, but yeah, the slicing on my thumb, I'm going to sidetrack for a second. The slicing on my thumb, it actually cut, let's see, that way. It didn't just cut this way, it cut that way. So I have a huge flap of skin that's trying to come over. But anyway, so to reward myself for getting some index card things done, so today, this is what I got done. This is what all I got done today. I got, let's see, I went to church, went to Sunday school. Oh, I walked, made and ate breakfast, went to church, went to Sunday school, went and did my dad's medicine for the week, went and played Go Fish with Nana, which was very exciting. Went to play Go Fish with her, walked with Karen. Casey and I did some index cards. I'm doing the chat. So my reward is, this one's a food reward, but the only food rewards that I do now is I experimented with a new recipe. And it was for bacon wrapped asparagus portobello mushroom burgers. So the food wasn't the reward. The experience of making something new, because I haven't eaten it yet, but the experience of making something new and sharing it with Casey, that was the reward. So that's a non-food reward, an NFR. So anyway, the non-food reward was giving myself the time to make something new. So I don't know if y'all have noticed this or not, but I enjoy doing this. So this is what I do for free in my fun time. This is my spare time, my fun stuff. So let's talk about some non-food rewards. Probably hands down the one I hear number one, and I think somebody's already said it up here, but number one, hands down, non-food reward that I hear is a mani-pedi, or a manicure or a pedicure. You know, a lot of people get a manicure or pedicure, or give themselves a manicure or a pedicure. You know, you don't have to spend a lot of money on it. These don't have to be expensive. They don't have to be expensive non-food rewards. We're not rewarding ourselves by, you know, putting something in our mouth. So a mani-pedi. So how many of y'all like to get manicures and pedicures? So I'm not a manicure girl. Okay, look at Casey's hand. She's a manicure. Wait, turn your hand this way.
Right
Oh, what?
Sorry.
Okay, so Casey's a manicure girl. You know, I'm moving granite all day. I'm cooking food for you all night. So yeah, don't do the manicures. But pedicures, I'm all about them. And it's about time to get another one. And my friend Melanie's bugging me to go. And Casey and I were talking about getting Disney ones. Hey, and Windstar Karen says she's never had a mani-pedi. Come here. Come to Knoxville. You know, you live 20 minutes from me. Let's go get one. Let's go do it. So, mani-pedis. I personally think a great one, and I've been successful, you know, talking John into this a couple of times, is taking a weekend trip. And again, a weekend trip doesn't have to be expensive. We save up hotels on hotels.com. So I book all of his, and I hope his boss isn't watching this, but I book all of his hotel rooms through hotels.com, so that when, you know, we've hit, you know, a nice goal, or we need a nice non-food reward, we go for a little weekend trip. So I think that's another, you know, fun one. And again, it doesn't have to be expensive, or it could be. If you've been really good, it could be, your husband could reward you with a very nice long weekend trip. The next one seems to also be popular, and I'm going to ask Casey what it is that she puts in them, but a bubble bath. How simple is that? Just a bubble bath. But here's the deal. No kids, no husbands in the bathroom, I mean. No kids in the bathtub, no kids coming in and out. Mom, I need this. Mom, where's this? Mom, 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 mom. No husbands in there nagging at you. And no phone. Leave your phone out of the bathroom somewhere else. Yeah, Karen says, one of the Karens says with lavender. That sounds good. And Casey uses...
I use bath bombs.
Casey uses bath bombs. So I'm sure there's a website for them. What's it? Do you know what it is off the top of your head?
The one that's local for us is Blue Naturals.
Oh, okay. Casey gets
know
bath
what
bombs.
Organic places are near everybody else.
Oh, okay. So these are, apparently Casey gets organic bath bombs, and they're from Blue Naturals. But oh yeah, and Karen says, and wine.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I'm getting a sip of water. Yeah, Teresa says Teresa, it's not if you lose 50 pounds. Teresa, when you lose 50 pounds by May of 2018, you're taking a week vacation to the Gulf. So it's not if, it's when you're going to. And Paula said, nice way to play, or way to plug that nice trip, you know, to make a shameless plug for that trip, Kelly. Oh, he knows I'm up any weekend to go to Harrah's to the casino. I don't want y'all to think I'm a big time gambler. I do. I play penny slots, and then I take like $20 and I play penny slots, and then when I've moved up a little bit, then I play nickel slots, and then I hardly ever get to move up to quarter slots. But anyway, I can make $20 last like 2 days. Anyway, okay. So the bubble bath, no kids, no husbands, get rid of the phone. Get rid of the phone. Okay, and I saw a couple of people say this earlier, a new book. And if you're going to get a new book on your Kindle, don't do the bubble bath at the same time. I just don't think that would be good. But yeah, a new book, that would be an awesome reward. So if you had, let's say if you were going to drink, if you were going to drink your water every day this week, that's not a huge, thing to put a reward on. but how nice would a new book or something that you've been waiting on, or like we have a used bookstore here called McKay's, so I mean you could keep rewarding yourself with a new book for less than $5. And Kim says, this is Kim in Canada, she says, I put $1 in a jar for each pound I lose, and then every 6 months I donate that dollar to a charity. Kim, that's a great idea. That is such a great idea, because this way Kim is benefiting and then somebody else is benefiting. So that's an awesome idea. I'm very proud of you for that. Okay, this one was Casey's. She said, watch your favorite movie or a new movie. So if you hit that special goal, if you need a non-food reward, hey, well, wait a minute. Cynthia says, the ladies I work with are planning a weekend to Harris, Cherokee to celebrate my 30-pound loss. That made me feel very good. Looking forward to it. When are you going? And I'll meet you there. Because we are not that far from Harris. Well, it's further than I should say. I'll just pop over and go. But yeah, I'm in. Anytime anybody wants to go to Harris and Cherokee, that's where I'm talking about. That's where we go. Now I just need to find somebody that'll stay up all night with me playing bingo. Tribal bingo. Anyway, back to the non-food rewards. Okay, so yeah, where's my other distraction tonight? Where's Sally? Where's Sally and Angie? They're usually the people that distract me. But anyway, okay, I don't know where you guys are at tonight. And I know Sally's not in the flooding because she lives like in upstate New York or something. But, okay. So maybe they're trying to be on their best behavior. Maybe they're here and they're just trying to be really good so I don't get in trouble. But anyway, so Casey said, what's your favorite movie or a new movie? And with, Netflix and Hulu and all that stuff, and Redbox and everything else, that's, you could totally watch, any movie you wanted to. And I think that's a great reward. And again, it doesn't have to be much. It doesn't have to be expensive. But that's a really good one. Just be sure if you're watching it, if you watch it at home, be sure that you make you make popcorn or, whatever. And if you're watching it, if you go to the movie, just make sure and take your own snacks. So don't turn a non-food reward into a buttered popcorn frenzy. Okay. Then let's see. I thought, and I do this, enjoy an activity with your kids or with your husband, that you couldn't do. Oh, I've skipped one. I'll go back to it. That you couldn't do before. So like if, oh yeah, Kathy says jewelry is a nice reward. That's always a nice reward. Yeah. Yeah. But so an activity that you couldn't do before, like if you couldn't get out with the kids and play Frisbee, or if you couldn't walk the dog, or if you couldn't, if you were having trouble going bowling or playing tennis, or something like that. That's a great a great non-food reward is to go out and do some fun activity like that. That you couldn't do, for a while. And, that's a non-food reward and it's a non-scale victory at the same time, because you're, because you're enjoying the fruits of your labor. And it's a victory because you've gotten there. Okay. So this one was Casey's idea, and I have a feeling that she's saying this because, even though she's just getting ready to have her first baby, the time will be upon her soon when she's going to have, kids underfoot and husband underfoot and, trying to get all this stuff done herself. And y'all know, you seasoned veterans know how this is. She said, set a goal, and whatever the goal is, get your husband or, your husband and or your kids, or another family member, whatever, to buy into it, to say, okay, so let's just make one up. So my goal for this week is I'm going to pack, take, and eat my lunch every day this week. I'm not going to eat out. I'm going to pack it. I'm going to get it all ready and pack it, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to eat it. So I can tell you from personal experience, packing it, and taking it, but not eating it, don't count. That happens to me a lot. So if you can get them involved and say, okay, here's the goal I'm going to set. Okay, hubby and kids, I'm going to pack my lunch, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to eat it. And if I do that every day this week, then because you all love me, and because I need your help, you always ask me, what can you do to help me? But because I need your help and I need your support, and because you support me in this, do you all agree to, what's one thing that you can do for me? And most family members can come up with something. Then they'll wash dishes for the week. So for every day that you make, pack, and take your lunch, or make and pack your lunch, take it and eat it, then maybe that night the husband and kids do the dishes. So they do that for every day for that week. I'm not saying, try to talk them into something that's going to last too long or be too hard or, whatever, or you're not going to get them, you're not going to get them in. But I know it doesn't sound like much, but just having them wash the dishes because you did it, you set a goal, you did it, and to have your family support you. I mean, washing the dishes doesn't sound like a big deal, but I mean, that would feel pretty good to know. I'm just going to sit over here for a minute. I'm just going to sit over here and relax a minute, and enjoy the fruits of my labor today because, and while they wash the dishes. So hopefully you've got a loving family that would, support you and do something like that. We're all about goal setting. So John's got this little internal competition going on, and he's actually got a board going downstairs of things that if we get this done, this done, this done, this done, this done, then we get to do this, and this at Disney. Pretty much any thing that you could dangle in front of us, as long as Disney is at the end, we're in. Yeah, we're on board for that. Okay, so another one that's absolutely free: just go to the park. Just go to the park. Yeah, Kathy says a bouquet of flowers is nice too. Very nice. So just go to the park. Go to the park and watch other people. Take the dog. Play Frisbee again. Sit and relax. You could take, some cold water with some fruit in it or something, just to sit and enjoy. But just to, just enjoy being you. You don't have to pay anything for it. There's usually things going on at the park. Like today we had, Asia Fest was going on down at Market Square. Especially this time of year, there's lots of things to do. And Debbie said nacho challenge. What's a nacho challenge? I don't know what that is, but it sounds interesting. But anyway, so something like going to the park, going to the mountains, going hiking, just something free that you can do. Okay, this one, Casey said, again, I think she's hoping that this is going to happen. But anyway, she said, just take the day off from work to relax. Yeah, just take a day off. Take a day off, I'm going to do this, and this, and when I get to this, and they don't have to be big goals. I mean, don't make them so big that you can't accomplish them, make them small things, like when I track for, when I track for 30 days, or when I get a blue dot every day for 30 days, then I'm going to take a day off from work. I've got comp time built up, or I've got vacation days. I'm going to go ahead and take one of those vacation days. Oh, whoa. Debbie says there's a secret nacho challenge at Disney. Okay, John.
What?
John Milligan, are you there? If you're there, Debbie says there's a secret nacho challenge at Disney. You need to find out what that is. And you already need to know the details before I call you when we get done. Okay. So what was I saying? Because she said Disney, and my mind is gone now. Oh, anyway, so take the day off from work. So let's say if you track every day. So if you track every day this month, so let's say in the month of September, because August is just about up. So let's say for September, you're going to track every day this month, or you're going to get a blue dot every day this month. And if y'all don't know, if you're not on Weight Watchers Online, if you don't have e-tools, if you're attending meetings, or if you don't have Weight Watchers Online, you may not know what a blue dot is. But a blue dot is you ate within a certain point range every day. And every day that you eat within a certain point range, it's their desired point range for you, then you earn a blue dot. So let's say, I don't know, John. You're going to have to look it up. I don't know if it's at Crockett's Tavern.
It's at Pecos Bills.
Oh, Casey says it's at Pecos Bills. So anyway, John Millian, you're in charge of looking that up while we're finishing the chat here. So your reward is going to be, I don't know, that wouldn't be a non-food reward.
No.
A nacho challenge wouldn't be a non-food reward. But
I can do it.
Anyway, yeah, we can just watch Casey do it. We can enjoy watching her do it. Anyway, so if you track every day this month, or if you get a blue dot every day this month, let's say if you've got the time built up that you're going to take a day off, just take a day off and relax. You could take a nap, you could sleep in, you could work on your recipe cards, your recipe swap cards since they're due soon, you know, or you could just do nothing.
Or you could do the bubble bath with your new book.
Or you could do the bubble bath with your new book. Not your new Kindle book, because I don't want you to drop it in there. But yeah, you could do any of that. So that would be a great one. And then my very favorite non-food reward, when I hit goal, well, actually along the way, this trip, along the way, when I hit goal, and for the last 3 years, I cannot tell you what a reward it has been, A, to be at goal, and B, buying new clothes in my new size. So I highly, highly encourage you all, keep trying on new clothes as you, even if the scale doesn't say that you've hit 12 or 15 or, you know, or however many pounds, buy some new clothes. And again, and I keep saying they don't have to be expensive. I don't want y'all to feel like you have to spend, you know, a fortune. Sometimes I go to, like, especially when I was losing my weight, I went to Goodwill a lot and bought clothes. Sometimes they have Goodwill, or like around here we have Carm, Knox Area Rescue Ministries. A lot of times they have nicer clothes. I found clothes that still have the tags hanging on them. But don't let something get in your way. I know Sybil said, "Where's Sally?" I don't know. Where is Sally? I don't know where she is. Because we're actually, believe it or not, I think we're going to finish on time. Yeah, I don't have Sally or Angie distracting me, and so I think we're actually going to finish on time. But anyway, yes, Teresa says yard sales. Ask people. I'm not ashamed, you know, ask people. Yeah, Nancy says she's been shopping in her own closet. Yeah, how fun is that when you, not kidding, yeah, Nancy, when you pull stuff out and you go, oh, I can't wear that, and then you try it on and go, oh my gosh, I can wear this. So yeah, getting
kids' closets. Like
or like shopping in your kids' closet. So once I got to goal weight, I could wear some clothes that that Casey had worn in middle school. And I'm not saying Casey's the same size I am in middle school, but right here in this little area right here, and since we will have some boys watching, I'm not going to point out too much, but yeah, and Tedder's just trying to behave, but she's missing Sally. I know, where is she? But anyway, but she's a little more, she didn't get this area from me, let's just say that. She got that from John's mother. But, so yeah, so I got to go shopping in her closet, and, yeah, and try to take some of these outfits. But I have actually one of the sports bras that I wear when I walk was her volleyball bra from middle school. So either I'm really small, like, just here, or yeah, anyway, okay, but buying some new clothes, so especially underwear. And who way up here earlier in the chat said underwear? That was probably one of the most exciting things, you know, for me, was realizing, oh my gosh, my oh, John said to let everyone in Texas and Louisiana know that we're praying for them. You all hang in there. So his guys must be reporting in. They had to pull out of some areas of Texas. Don't know how much work they had going on in Louisiana, but they actually have a location in Austin, Texas. And I know it's bad down there. So yeah, and John knows that we've been trying to check in on you guys, but anyway, clothes. So I'll get back to the chat so we can finish that up. But yeah, buy some new clothes, get some new clothes, get some hand-me-down clothes, get some clothes that fit. That's going to be one of the best non-food rewards that you can do for yourself, is just clothes that actually fit. So, okay, I want y'all to do me a favor. I want everybody who is here tonight and everyone who is watching this later, I want you all to come up with one non-scale victory this week. And I want you to promise, everybody raise your right hand, not the hand you write with, because John will be raising his left hand, but everybody raise your right hand. And it's funny, Dusty knows it's time. He seriously, he knows it's time for him to get up here. But anyway, everybody raise your right hand and promise me that at some point this week, you don't have to do it today, but at some point this week, you will come back to this chat and you will list one non-scale victory that you had this week. I want you to think really hard about it, but pick one non-scale victory that you had this week. Just anything, just whatever it is, and I want to see those. And remember, I know who was here. I don't really, unless you talked, I really don't know who was here. But I want one non-scale victory. And then I want you to tell me one non-food reward that you used to celebrate your success. And I have one more thing I would need you to promise me that you'll do. If somebody comes up to you this week and says, oh my gosh, you're doing great. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, how much weight have you lost? Oh my gosh, your face is looking thinner. Look at that, look at that baggy butt on your jeans. Whatever. If somebody says something like that to you, what are you going to say to them? I want to know that you all said thank you. Okay? I need to hear y'all report back to me. Okay. So Dusty has figured out that it's 9 o'clock. Somehow he knows that I'm not kidding you, he does this every week at the appropriate time. So he's figured out that it's 9 o'clock. I've got to get Casey home. She's got to drive in the dark. She's got to drive my grandbaby home, Mowgli. I've decided to name the grandbaby Mowgli. Boy or girl, doesn't matter to me. Its name is Mowgli. So I've got to get her and Mowgli headed home, and I haven't had my supper yet. And remember, my supper was a new recipe. It's bacon wrapped asparagus portobello mushroom burger. So yeah, I'll go see how that is. Okay, so everybody say goodnight to Dusty. Here he is. He's had a bath, so he's a little bit fluffier. He's a little bit fluffier today. But anyway, so everybody remember, one non-scale victory, one non-food reward. I want to hear back from you, because I'll know if you didn't answer me. Okay, so we're going to get off here. Everybody have a good night. Those of you that are, in the path of the hurricane, again, really sorry. Y'all try to stay in touch as much as you can. Please be safe. Please don't do anything crazy. But everybody be safe, and we will see you again next week. Everybody have a good week. Good night.